The anime starts with a girl named Mao Mao. Her father asks her to deliver medicine to the verdigris house. Mao Mao tries to clean a wound from one of her drug experiments. Pirin, one of the famous princesses of the house, greets her. Mao Mao's grandmother suggests she become a courtesan, but Mao Mao doesn't want any part of that. Mao Mao often deals with her grandmother's persistent suggestions. She plays in the garden and gets kidnapped by 3 men. Meanwhile, Lady Lihua gives birth to the nation's prince. 3 months pass, and Mao Mao worries about her father. Since her kidnapping, Mao Mao fears she was sold or ransomed and misses her old life as an apothecary. She shares information about the rear palace, where women give birth to the emperor's children without male presence. Mao Mao explains that only the emperor, his family, and eunuchs can enter the rear palace. There are 2,000 concubines and servants and 1,000 eunuchs. Mao Mao describes the disposable nature of serving girls and their lack of education. Despite her status, Mao Mao prefers working in the lower class, planning to leave after 2 years rather than pursue a higher rank in the palace. The scene shifts to Lady Lihua and her sick child. Master Jinxie and another man discuss her condition and observe another sick child. Jinxie informs her that the physician is occupied and might not have the time to attend to her daughter, Zai only. Meanwhile, some servants gossip about the illness affecting the princess and her relatives. Zai and an H-Su discuss a concerning situation in the rear palace. Zai reveals that all 3 of the emperor's children have succumbed to illness. She mentions that the doctor visited Lari Jiokuyu and Li Yu and confirmed their dire condition, verifying the seriousness of the situation. They talk about Li Hayu, the emperor's current consort, emphasizing her significance. Despite giving birth to the emperor's son, Shaolin, there's speculation that the emperor favors Jiokuyu more. Mao Mao senses a power struggle and contemplates Li Hayu's illness. Although she initially wants to stay out of it, something compels her to investigate further. Suddenly, Mao Mao witnesses a public confrontation between Li Hua and Jiokuyu. She questions why the doctor hasn't found a cure for their illnesses and believes she knows the solution. However, she struggles with how to communicate this information to Lihua and Jiokuyu. Unfortunately, Lihua's son passes away. A month later, Jinchi visits Jiokuyu with a query. Jiokuyu informs Jinchi that when she visited the Crystal Pavilion for her daughter's examination, she discovered a note attached to a rhododendron plant. The note warned against letting babies near the plant due to its poisonous properties. She asks Jinchi to investigate the sender of the note. Jinchi suspects Mao Mao after their brief encounter during Lihua and Jiokuyu's altercation. Meanwhile, a man informs Mao Mao that she must report to the matron of the serving women along with the other serving girls. Jinchi, the palace's manager, introduces himself, drawing admiration from all the girls except Mao Mao due to his handsome appearance. He instructs the other girls to leave, leaving only Mao Mao behind. Mao Mao realizes Jinchi singled her out because she's the only servant who can read. Jinchi escorts Mao Mao to Jiokuyu's room, where Jiokuyu expresses gratitude for Mao Mao's note saving Xiaoling's life. Initially, Mao Mao tries to deny her involvement, but Jinchi presents the note, revealing it was made from fabric used in serving girls' clothing. He questions Mao Mao about placing the flower on the windowsill. Mao Mao explains how the poisonous powder used by high-end courtesans led to Jiokuyu, Lihua, and their children falling ill. She mentions her background as an apothecary, which gives her insight into such matters. Jiokuyu shows Jinchi a specific powder used by the nurse for her child. Despite Jiokuyu's attempts to inform Lihua about the message, Lihua ignored her warnings. Jiokuyu appoints Mao Mao as her new lady-in-waiting, a position of a female assistant court lady. Afterward, Mao Mao leaves the room feeling panicked, as she prefers to keep a low profile. Amidst the unsettling event of soldiers falling sick from poisoned food, a man named Gao Zun informs Jinchi, the head eunuch, about the situation. He reveals that the village leader has been arrested on suspicion of collaborating with barbarians. Jinchi and Gaoshun discuss the matter, expressing concerns about Jiokuyu, the consort they serve, and her association with Mao Mao, the skilled apothecary. Jinchi confirms that Jiokuyu has only 4 female servants, while another consort, Lihua, has over 10. Despite the numerical difference, Jinchi asserts that Jiokuyu is more astute and cautious than Lihua. He also emphasizes his intention to closely monitor Mao Mao to prevent her from misusing her apothecary knowledge for nefarious purposes. The next day, Jinchi tries to charm Mao Mao into serving Jiokuyu diligently. However, Mao Mao remains skeptical of Jinchi's motives. Later, she meets Hong Yang, Jiokuyu's head lady-in-waiting, who gives her a tour of the Jade Pavilion. During the tour, Mao Mao meets other ladies-in-waiting named Yinghua, Giyuan, and Ailan. They inform her that Jiokuyu doesn't employ servant girls, but assigns tasks directly to her ladies-in-waiting. Mao Mao offers to help, but one of the girls tells her that Gyokyu has a special task planned for her. While the girls gossip about Mao Mao's arm wound, she goes back to her room to think about her situation. In a private talk, Jinshi tells Mao Mao that her main job will be tasting poison. He explains that the person who did this before often got sick from the meals, and even Gyokyu herself has been poisoned many times. Surprisingly, Mao Mao reveals that she experimented with poisonous chemicals back in her hometown, which made her immune to poison. This surprises Jinshi and the others, as Mao Mao seems to enjoy the task. During her poison testing duty, Mao Mao suggests using silver plates, as they react to poison, making it easier to detect. Hong Yang acknowledges Mao Mao's skills and admits that Mao Mao should have mentioned her background as an apothecary when she arrived, as it would have resulted in a higher salary. However, Mao Mao explains that she kept her knowledge hidden to prevent her captors from benefiting from her intelligence. Hong Yang then gives Mao Mao her payment for the day, which turns out to be almost the same as her regular salary, giving her some financial freedom away from her captors. As time goes by, Mao Mao becomes tired of her repetitive job of testing poisons. Jinshi assigns her the task of testing some buns he received, but even though she assures him they're safe, Jinshi decides not to eat them. He then tells Mao Mao about the incident with the poisoned soldiers and the village leader. Intrigued, Mao Mao asks Jinshi about where the soldiers ate and what utensils they used. She suggests a theory that the firewood used during their meal might have been poisoned. Impressed by Mao Mao's deduction skills, Jinshi asks her if she can make an aphrodisiac. Mao Mao eagerly accepts the challenge, telling Jinshi that she can indeed create such a drug. The next day, Mao Mao goes to see the palace's doctor, escorted by Gao Zun, who guides her to a room where she can safely prepare the aphrodisiac. However, she notices that they have given her less cacao than she expected. Eventually, the necessary ingredients are provided, and Mao Mao successfully prepares the dish. However, feeling mischievous, Mao Mao decides to make some brownies with the leftover aphrodisiac and secretly keeps them. When she returns, Hong Yang scolds her for her actions, as one of the other ladies in waiting unknowingly ate the brownie and experienced unexpected side effects. After presenting the aphrodisiac and other drugs to Gyokyu, Jinshi praises Mao Mao for her efforts, though his tone suggests underlying tension. The episode ends with a mysterious man observing a woman from afar. The story then delves deeper into the mysterious rumors surrounding the rear palace and the supposed haunting spirit that resides within. While Yinghua and Giyuan are cleaning, they discuss the ghostly tales. One of them informs Mao Mao about the gossip regarding the spirit, sparking her curiosity. Mao Mao meets with Zilan to discuss the rumors further, contemplating whether they are mere hoaxes or if there is genuinely a supernatural presence. Using her deductive skills, Mao Mao concludes that it is likely just a ghost story meant to evoke fear and speculation. She reassures Zilan that there is nothing to fear. Continuing her investigations, Mao Mao visits the rear palace's doctor. Despite their previous tension, the doctor treats her with care, suggesting a potential shift in their relationship. However, Jinxie once again interrupts Mao Mao during her mealtime, leaving her puzzled about why he keeps bothering her. She starts to wonder if Jinxie holds a higher position in the palace than he lets on, as he always seems to wander around without purpose. Jinxie then asks Mao Mao if there are any curses or remedies for sleepwalking besides medicine. Intrigued by the question, Mao Mao agrees to investigate further. Gao Zun then escorts Mao Mao to meet concubine Fuyu, who is about to be given to a military officer as a reward. The doctor reveals that Fuyu, a skilled dancer, started sleepwalking after a mishap during her first performance. The emperor ignored her, which shocked her and led to her sleepwalking problem. Mao Mao and Gao Zun secretly observe Fuyu, searching for clues to solve her problem. Mao Mao compares Fuyu to a cotton rose, noting her ability to change states. Curious, she asks Zilan for more information about the spirit story. Zilan mentions that Fuyu appeared from the north side, sparking Mao Mao's interest. Drawing from her past experiences, Mao Mao develops a theory connecting Fuyu's sleepwalking episode to a case she encountered involving a woman at a brothel. Mao Mao concludes that Fuyu needs someone to help her cancel the exchange deal to resolve her sleepwalking problem. Mao Mao discovers that Fuyu is not allowed to leave her room, and eunuchs are assigned to watch over her. Over the next few days, Gyokyu notices that something is bothering Mao Mao. Worried, she talks to Mao Mao about her inner struggles. Mao Mao confides in Gyokyu about her concerns regarding Fuyu's future, feeling torn between the emperor and Fuyu's military officer love interest. As they observe Fuyu leaving the rear palace, Gyokyu questions Mao Mao about her intention. Mao Mao expresses her wish to create a medicine that can inspire love, and wonders how she could make such a remedy. The episode ends with a mysterious man approaching Gyokyu in her chambers, asking for a favor involving Mao Mao. This encounter leaves the audience anxious to uncover the secrets and obstacles that await our resourceful apothecary.